Alright, so now we are going to see the activity lifecycle in action. So I have already created a project, and as you can see, we are in the main activity, which is basically the entry point for our application. So here we have the onCreate lifecycle callback method, and its implementation is provided by the main activity. Whenever we create a new project, we always get this method in our class by default. And we have to override other lifecycle callback methods. So let's go ahead and override all lifecycle callback methods. Okay, so let us override onStart callback method. So we're going to do a right click here, and let's select generate. And override methods. So here we will search for onStart. So we'll type onStart, and here's the method which we need to override. So I'm going to select this and click on OK. So here we have onStart method. And the next method that we are going to override is onResume. So we type onResume, and the method appears up in the suggestion box right here. So we're going to select this, and now we are going to override on pause, then we'll override on stop, now we are going to override on destroy, and finally we are going to override on restart. So here we have overridden all the callback methods which are related to an activity lifecycle. Now I will add some print statements to print something on the console as each of the method gets executed, so we can see what stages an app goes through during its lifecycle. So I'm going to add log statements in each of the lifecycle callback. So let's write the log statement. So I'm going to type log D, and I'm going to press enter. So here we have a tag, so I'm going to define this. So it's private string, private string tag, and let's set it equal to lifecycle. Alright, so I'm going to type onCreate. So this is the message that will be printed on the console when onCreate is executed. So next up, we are going to write a log statement in this onStart callback, and message is onStart. Let's write invoked here. onCreate invoked, onStart invoked. Then we are going to type a log statement and onResume method. Log D, and onResume invoked. Log D for the onPause method. onPause invoked. Log D for onStop method. onStop invoked. Log D for onDestroy method. onDestroy invoked. And let's write a log statement for the onRestart method. onRestart invoked. Alright, so now we have written all the log statements in each of the lifecycle callback methods. So now we are going to run the program, and let's see what do we get on the console. So let's run the application by clicking on this play icon on the top right of the screen, and we'll wait while the Gradle finishes building the application. Okay, so our application is up and running, and let's go to the Logcat and let's inspect what output we get on the console. So as we can see, we get a lot of output here. So I'm going to filter this output with the tag that we have provided. So we'll type Lifecycle, and here we can see we have the different callback methods. So we have on create invoked, on start, and on resume. So our application is currently running and we are in the on resume state. Alright, so now we are going to press the home button. This will exit our application, and here we can see we have on pause and on stop invoked. So our application is currently stopped, and let's reopen our application. We are going to click on this tasks icon, and here we have our activity. We're going to click on that, and here we have on restart invoked, on start invoked again, and on resume is invoked. Now we are going to rotate the device. We are going to change the orientation. So I'm going to click on this rotate icon, and here we can see we have on pause, on stop, and on destroy invoked. So the current activity is destroyed, and then we have a new activity. So on create is invoked, on start, and on resume. So whenever there is a configuration change, for example, the device is switched to landscape mode, the current activity is destroyed and a new instance is created. And we can verify this by this on destroy method, which gets invoked when an activity is destroyed. Alright, so that's it for this video, and in the next one we are going to take a look at fragment and of the fragments lifecycle.